Hey, it's Brian. How you doing? I've got a question for you. Should financial advisors be able to set their own fee levels? Should financial advisors be able to set their own fee levels? And I'm asking this question because this week I attended the SAFER workshops. SAFER ran some workshops. The one I went to was in Cape Town, and they were asking the question around in and out of fund default option regulations under the new pension rules. And SAFER, obviously acting on behalf of advisors, are asking the trustees and sponsors of schemes some questions. And one of those questions is, please indicate the advisory fees payable, if applicable, in respect of these default options, and whether advisory fees are fixed or negotiable, and are there any limits or maximums? Now, what I heard from the sponsors and product providers and umbrella funds was typically advisors will be allowed to advise on these member benefits, and advisor fees are typically going to be capped at somewhere between 0.5% and 0.75% of the value of the fund, of the value of the member's fund. And my question, should financial advisors be able to set their own fee levels, is kind of challenging the idea that it's the sponsors and the umbrella funds and the product providers that are actually dictating to advisors how much they can charge. And my question then is, why are product providers dictating to advisors what they can charge? Surely the amount of money that is payable to an advisor should reflect the nature of the advice being given. Now, you can imagine that with employee benefit schemes, you're going to have lots and lots of members who have got relatively small funds. So, you can imagine someone with 50,000 Rand in their fund, if the advisor's being paid 0.5%, that's 250 rands per year. I mean, that's not a lot. If a member has got 500,000 Rand in their fund, at 0.5%, that's 2,500 Rand a year. I mean, that's still not a lot. If they've got 5 million Rand in their fund, then at 0.5%, that's 25,000 Rand a year. But there seems to me to be a complete disconnect between the amount of money that's being paid, or that's on offer as earnings for financial advisors, when there's no consideration being given to the nature of the advice and the services that are being provided. Now, what SAFER is also saying here, in terms of the default options, there is a SAFER advisory principle that should be followed, namely, it is in the best interest of all clients to engage with a SAFER member to ensure a comprehensive, holistic and ongoing analysis and advisory process that includes all assets and liabilities and not just the default amount within the retirement funds. So I get that, and I'm all about comprehensive financial planning. But we seem to have a real disconnect between the nature of the services that are being provided, which could be comprehensive, holistic, ongoing analysis of all the clients, all the members' assets and liabilities, which is probably right, compared with, well, I'm just going to review the options that you've got in your default fund or in your in your scheme, and the quantum of the amount of money that's available and being provided by the sponsors or the product provider. So I'm really interested in this question because for me it's part of a much bigger issue. It's part of a much bigger question, which is, if advisors are to be charging advice fees, should they be able to set their own fee levels based on the nature of the advice and the services that are being provided to the client? So should financial advisors be able to set their own fee levels? I'd be really interested in your thoughts. Please let me know. Thanks very much.